With 49.18 million hours of screen time, The Witcher sits at the second-place spot on Netflix's top 10 English TV shows list. The show's massive viewership shines a light on every single detail from both seasons of the fantasy series, and fans keep an eagle eye on its progress. The latest season of the show revealed an important piece of information from the story that had fans reeling. Stay tuned to find out more about it. Before we discuss the issue that's got fans pressed, let's take a quick recap of Season 2 to refresh where the series left off. The season saw Geralt and the crew facing off against the demon called the Deathless Mother. The demon consumes pain and takes over Ciri's body. The demon had also possessed Yennefer in the past and made her betray Geralt. Ciri is dreaming of all things peaceful under the demon's influence while it wreaks havoc on the outside. Picking off Witchers one by stabbing them in their sleep, she's about to kill Vesemir, Geralt's foster father and mentor, when the latter rushes in and stops her. Ciri blames Volethmir for her actions, but Vesemir is enraged and wants his revenge, even if it means sacrificing Ciri along the way. Both Yennefer and Geralt are against this plan and try to exorcise the demon through other ways. The battle ends when Geralt gets the Witchers to stand down in a bid to hamper the hate the demon is feeding off of, and Yen offers it her body in exchange for Ciri's. The Deathless Mother agrees, but as soon as it steps out of Ciri's body and into Yen's, the former banishes it through the Witcher's monolith. Though the magic pushes the demon through the monolith, it's so strong that it pulls Geralt, Ciri, and Yennefer through as well. The trio end up in a desolate landscape of orange smoke and sand. Enter the Wraiths of Morhug. Once the trio are stuck on Volethmir's sphere, they are greeted by a chilling sight. 6 riders mounted on demonic horses ride into the scene. They call Ciri a child of the elder blood and try to recruit her into their ranks, calling her theirs. Fans of the book and games know this group as the Wraiths of Morhug, also known as the Wild Hunt. They are after Ciri's magical blood. At that instant, Ciri uses her magic to get the trio back to their reality. Now for the situation with the elves. Things start going wrong in the elven faction as well. Francesca mourns her dead child and in a fit of anger marks every child in Redania with her magic, murdering them all. The situation turns volatile and war horns are blowing. One good thing does come out of the situation. Yennefer's ex, historian Istrid, tells Francesca something interesting, that Ciri is Hen Emhyr, a child of elder blood. This means the elves will protect Ciri, but they are after her now. Next, we have the White Flame's identity reveal. A twist in events tells us that Francesca's baby's death wasn't really Redania's fault, but rather the work of someone else. While the sorceress Fringilla and the Nilfgaardian general Kahir are in a meeting with their boss, the White Flame, they try to assume responsibility for the murder, but the latter reveals that he himself killed the child. The man turns around at this point and his identity is revealed to be Duny, Ciri's father, now known as Emhyr van Emreis. So, what next? Now that the trio and Jaskier, who is looking shady enough on his own by the way, are reunited, they are all hunted by multiple parties. Geralt and Yennefer's main goal is to protect Ciri, but things are getting tougher for the group. Now, there are mixed reviews on the White Flame's identity reveal. The White Flame's identity reveal came as a shock to book loyalists, as in the original stories written by Polish author Andrzej Sapkowski, this fact isn't revealed till the ending of the final book in the series. By revealing it this early on, the showrunners have thrown the audience a curveball. But this wouldn't be the first thing the Netflix show has done in deviation from the books and games. So how shocked can fans really be? Now, what could be the possible reason for the deviation? While fans are puzzled about the timing of the reveal, there have been certain theories behind it. With both the books and games having huge fandoms, keeping the White Flame's identity a secret would be futile. Most fans know Emhyr van Emreis as the White Flame, Nilfgaard's ruthless ruler, instigator of 2 wars and Ciri's father. Trying to spin the story in a way that would conceal the fact would be extremely difficult. So this approach is a welcome shift from shows that try to do so and focus on outsmarting audiences instead of meaningful storytelling. But it's nothing new for The Witcher. While the deviation is startling, it's nothing new for the showrunners of the hit Netflix show, as they have done it before. One such plot point was Yennefer losing her magic at the end of Season 1. In the book, she didn't actually lose her magic, but only stopped using it so she wouldn't be tracked through it. The show, however, added a point of her losing her magic, and then regaining it later after certain trials and tribulations. As seen in Emhyr's case, the show isn't afraid of straying away from the books, and that's what makes it dramatically ironic. Now for a tried and tested method. Deviating from the books is isn't really something new for popular TV series. In some cases, it is actually done quite well. One such example is Jurassic Park. In the books, Dr. Grant was partial to kids. However, in the films, he disliked them. Another example was the Lord of the Rings films that left out some important storylines like that of Tom Bombadil and the Scouring of the Shire. Despite these discrepancies, the adaptations were major hits, just like The Witcher has been so far, and will most likely be in the future. While we await news of The Witcher's third season with bated breath, let's talk about some other related news. Starting with new Stranger Things theory connects Eddie to 10. A new Stranger Things theory has come out, and according to it, newly beloved character Eddie Munson is actually a 1973 Hawkins Lab massacre survivor, i.e. 10. According to this series, there were only 2 survivors of the massacre, 8 and 11. However, in this season, Eddie's introduction points to there being another survivor. The theory is supported by the evidence that during the attack, 10 was with Dr. Brenner. An explosion seemingly killed them both, but Brenner came out alive and cradled what looked like a dead 10. However, Stranger Things loves resurrections, so that's not really an issue. Another pointer was the drug scene with Chrissy, where Eddie shared that they'd met in middle school and he'd had a buzz cut. This would be the same time 10 could have escaped the massacre and come out with a new identity. His lack of knowledge about the Upside Down could be explained through retrograde amnesia following the trauma, or a simple case of suppressing memories. The theory is precisely that, a theory as of yet, but with this show, you never know. And now, Squid Game Season 2 teases new details. A new teaser of Squid Game Season 2 has finally been released by the show's makers, and we've got some juicy new pieces of information. Netflix officially announced that the show had received a green light for a new season on Sunday. Hwang Dong-hyuk, the show's director, executive producer, and writer, shared that Gi-hun is coming back, along with the frontman. Now that we know the show's titular character and antagonist are returning, let's talk about some other new tidbits. The director also teased in a letter that one returning character would be the Dakji, playing the recruiter who scouts people who are hard on their luck for the game. Chil-soo will be a new addition to the show. Who is Chil-soo, you ask? Why, he's the boyfriend of the previous season's star, Young-hee, the infamous animatronic doll from the red light green light game. Fun stuff. Finally, Neil Gaiman's The Sandman gets release date. The Sandman, based on Neil Gaiman's popular graphic novel, has been making the news ever since it was announced in 2019. The fantasy series will follow the journey of Dream, the anthropomorphic ruler of the realm of dreams and nightmares, who has been imprisoned for more than 100 years. After his release, he has to contend with threats new and old as he tries to salvage the tattered remains of his long-forgotten realm. The show stars Tom Sturridge, Gwendolyn Christie, Vivian Anchimpong, Boyd Holbrook, Asim Chowdhury, Sanjeev Bhaskar, Kirby Howell-Baptiste, Donna Preston, Mason Alexander Park, and Charles Dance. The show's release date was announced on Twitter as a part of Netflix's Geeked Week, and it will be airing on the popular streaming giant on August 5th, 2022. We can't wait! That's a wrap for this video. Were you shocked by the early revelation of the White Flame's identity? How do you think showrunners will spin this revelation? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.